Y'all, O'Neal may be on to something. I just watched his live where he breaks down the videos of when Amber and Shayla were pregnant at the same time. And we see in the skits where um, how devious, how evil Shayla was. But also, like I was saying on the live early when he was on the live earlier, is that Shayla and Anthony played a huge part in Amber losing her baby. Let me repeat that. Shayla and Anthony, I'm sorry. Shayla and Anthony, and also Amber in a way, were a huge part in Amber losing her baby. The only reason I say Amber is because she still worked. She worked herself to death at bar 44, knowing that she was pregnant after she was told to take it easy. She still floored herself into the job, which is not her fault. She was just trying to maintain and survive and still be working because she's always been a worker. Plus, I think she still worked hard at bar 44 because it was something that was hers. It was something that she was able to throw herself into to forget about um, the drama of it all. Shayla, I won't lie. O'Neal brought up some emotions by showing all the videos. Shayla was evil towards Amber, especially during her pregnancy. She really did some unforgivable things. It's one thing to prey on a woman's husband, but you preyed on Amber's baby. Let that sink in. She preyed on Amber's unborn child that was in her belly. That was heartless. And I've been all for forgiveness and everything, but damn, O'Neal, you did your big one on that. Seeing those videos back to back where Shayla was so evil while that woman was pregnant, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy to lose their baby, because she still could have been, as a friend, happy for Amber having a baby. At least the human part of you. And Anthony knew that baby was his. That's why I still say to this day, writers, you done repeated and been redundant with everything else. Give us Anthony and Kai not being Anthony's. Y'all owe us that. Y'all owe us that. Because he deserved that karma of knowing that he had a baby with his wife who was a legitimate heir, and you treated her like crap. And that's all I was saying to O'Neal is that, yes, a part of Anthony was happy, but, I mean, not happy. He wasn't mad that she was pregnant. He accepted that she was pregnant too, in addition to Shayla. Not that Amber baby was the main baby. He put Amber through hell. He stressed her out. He never nurtured her. I want to see videos of where he nurtured her, where he was happy, where he put her before Shayla. And you won't find those videos because it didn't happen. You won't find surveillance on that because it didn't happen. He treated her like crap. And there's a video where he went to Dalen and was like, I ain't sure it's even mine. He was still thinking Amber was messing around with Wayne, or that maybe it wasn't truly over, because he never forgave her, y'all. He never forgave her for that. I feel like his whole relationship going forward and stuff with Shayla, he never forgave Amber. He never did. Never. Fully. And she never forgave him. With Amber, it was all about winning. She wanted to win the prize. She wanted to win the trophy. She didn't want Shayla to win, like she didn't want Ro to win. When she went in that coat with her pajamas on to pick up Anthony from Row House, it wasn't because she loved him. It's because I'm not finna let another woman win. I gave up Wayne. I married you. I'm gonna be the perfect wife to death do us part. That's why she went and got him from Row House, not because she was just so in love with him. And this is a part that I disagree. And me and O'Neal, we go chop it up. Hopefully this weekend y'all can sit in. Um, in addition, she, yeah, this does kind of come from a childhood that wanted to be the perfect wife. We don't know what, and again, it goes back to there's a lot of backstory. The whys we don't know as an audience. We don't know why she was or how long she was with her mother or what she's seen in that relationship. Did she see her father cheat and her mother stayed? That's a big one. And I'm repeat that. Did she see her father cheat and have other relationships and the woman stayed? I would say Angelina and Amber, and many of commentators have said it, I'm not the first one to say it. They're a lot alike. Brody is an older Anthony, point blank period. He's an older Anthony. Angelina is an older Amber. After she got tired of being the good wife, after she got tired of the cheating, Angelina is a reflection of who Amber will be if she does not get the healing she needs. I'm gonna call her tonight. I got to call her tonight, Joe. So much spirit. I got to talk to my sugar baby. Y'all, what we see, and shout out to Been There Too, who commented, Amber's having an emotional break. If y'all remember, I told y'all that sometimes with narcissism, if a person has been a victim of narcissistic abuse and got attached to it, and how they talk to them and how they treat them, sometimes they too can start to pick up narcissistic traits. Not that they will automatically gain the disorder, but they will pick up the traits of their narcissist. And then that narcissist will begin to see a reflection of themselves in that person. And that was the scene that we seen today, where she called him the B and she started the verbal abuse. Almost covert. Because to everybody else, oh, he put his hands on me, I'm a victim. But she's not telling how she provoked him. She's not adding I stayed out all night. She's not adding I'm cheating with another man. She living all that out the story, which is something a narcissist would do. And I'm not calling Amber a narcissist. A lot of time, super empaths can become narcissists through narcissistic abuse or have those traits. Sometimes narcissistic traits are just a defense mechanism. It's a defense mechanism. So yes, as I stated a million times, you can have the traits and not be an actual narcissist or have an actual disorder. That's why you can't be quick to diagnose people. All I'm saying about Anthony is he checks the list of the symptoms that one looks for when it's dealing with a narcissist. It's an extreme mind game. And trust me, he's still playing the mind game. Anthony's not the victim. But now he's going through narcissistic rage because he's losing his supply. And I'll argue with anybody, tell me he not. And no, you can't diagnose people, but there is something called case study. And he will be the perfect case study for NPD. I'm just saying. My friend yesterday, we were talking about it, and she gave me the actual textbook numbers for it. And I put that in the comments. I think it was N60.81 or something like that. Y'all, it's real. Something ain't right, y'all. This marriage, I still say, is not over. I think Amber's gonna go down a spiral. I think when she go to next time she go to work, she gonna be in beast mode. This part of Amber has been sitting dormant. When Amber first came to the skits, Like I said, I'm gonna have O'Neil or somebody teach me how to do the side by side through StreamYard. She first came to the skit. Remember when Mike rejected her? How she acted towards him? She jumped right to Wayne. She was in beast mode. She was in, I'ma get this. He rich and I'm about that life. She was not sweet, humble Amber. Then when Wayne broke her heart, remember she blocked him in the parking lot. She was going crazy. Mike told Anthony, hey, I mean, not Anthony, Mike told Wayne, you don't want to tick her off, you don't want to make her mad. And when it left, I get to twitching. Remember when she was in the office, when he was doing the chip business, and her eyes started twitching, and she was going off on Wayne, and she was semi-stalking Wayne, like Shayla, like her friend, who taught who how to be cutthroat. And as soon as I learn how to do this side by side, I'm gonna show y'all. It's in the playlist that I have. Who is Amber? She wasn't always good, y'all, but she did become good. She did try. I think Mike called her Black Tie or something like that, her nickname. Go back and look at the surveillance. I'm gonna try to find the surveillance and the dates for it. And maybe I'll just put that in the shorts so you guys can go back and look at it. But it's in a playlist. I have to just go through. I made so many playlists of the past for y'all to go back and look. And like I said, some stuff on Facebook that's not on YouTube anymore. I don't know if it has a date expiration or what. But this has been just a recap of Riri on the Dalton divide and on the baby issue. It's not that he caused it, but he was a factor in it. It's a lot, y'all. And now we wait. In the morning, will we see David acting different? Will David act different because Amber can't leave? And that's why I really think that Anthony did invite the father. He invited the father because he knows she's not going to stay out all night. She's not going to sneak out and stuff, and her dad's in town because he doesn't want to see. She doesn't want her dad to see her like she's a Charlotte or she's a, you know, she's she's that type of woman. She does want to still put on this facade for her father. And I think that's why Anthony invited her so she could stay home. Cause he gonna ask her, where are you going? Why you not home with your husband? The dad go ask questions that Anthony can't answer. And I do think she still respects her father enough to answer him. And I'm not convinced that Amber may not call a family member of Anthony's, whether it's Coca or somebody. She gonna call somebody, and she might call Coca since Coca got a crush on the dad, and maybe she can. Now that she's not with Diesel or whatever, maybe she can distract the father, if you will. Amen. She can call nothing but I can distract him too. Amen. He won't ask you no questions. But give me a call. All right, y'all. I'm finna go to sleep, and if Amber don't call, if I don't call her, we definitely gotta talk. Heaps, but if you know, y'all better watch. It's really pretty. Good night.